Burger time. It is burger time.
How are we all feeling? Are we all ready, do we think, to start?
Yes. Burger
Yes,
time.
although I do need to actually open up Roll20. That
Yeah,
might
that
be
might be
important.
helpful.
Everyone can watch me eat burger time while our faces are huge.
All right, well, welcome everyone to the current episode of Wild Beyond the Witchlight. Thank you all for joining me this lovely week. I appreciate all of your presences here. Can we have a quick moment of appreciation that Jess is back with us after almost a month of absence?
I don't feel like
thank you,
garbage.
Yay!
We love when we don't feel like garbage.
My skin isn't burnt off and all that good stuff.
That's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Would anyone like to kick off the recap of last episode? Don't everybody jump up at once.
I do it all the time. I'm letting other people do it.
Fair.
It's semi-fresh in my head because I literally was just talking to Jess about it. The only thing I need is I always forget the exact pinpoint. If I can get the pinpoint of where we started, I can do the whole episode. But what was the actual, if somebody else could tell me the pinpoint of what we actually started on.
Does anyone happen to recall what the specific start of last episode was?
It was, Gordon was fighting some mean locks.
That's right.
That's correct.
Okay,
Well, the
yeah,
last thing
okay.
I remember, we were trying to get up a mountain that looked like
not-
Howl's Castle.
Well, here's the thing. Zalora missed the last two sessions. So
I did
we're
get a
gonna
recap,
really quick recap
But I
of
was
the
just
one...
being, I was being facetious.
Oh, do you need a recap of the last two episodes or no?
No.
I
I watched Andor, got recaps. I was just trying to
Gotcha.
be funny.
Perfect.
Yes.
So we kicked off last episode with Gordon casting silence
Yes.
around himself and what he thought was one, but was actually a pair of mean locks. Tiny, nasty little fae creatures.
So he made a deal. He was talking to them, and he didn't want them to attack Jingle Jangle, but they wanted to feed. So he made a deal that if he gave up his nightmares and his energy, they would leave Jingle Jangle alone. They said okay. We obviously didn't know anything was going on because of silence. Then they exited the bedroom, crossed through the living room, which let us make like perception type checks to see if we heard them crossing through the living room.
Which the party did excruciatingly slowly. They
Yes.
woke up one at a time.
Some of us going back to sleep and then having to be reawoken later.
This is true. Also,
Like-
for clarity's sake, Zalora, the mean locks looked like this.
You'll remember them from Candlekeep.
Will
You
I?
might, actually.
Let me, bring
Oh,
it
did
up.
you not see them?
Oh, no, I wanted to show the stream because I had us on full face.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, they are up on Roll20 right now.
They look like
so-
humpback beetles.
They do! They were also speaking telepathically with Gordon, which is how they could continue speaking under the effects of the silence spell.
Sexy.
So the mean locks and Gordon went outside so that the mean locks could feed upon him. Does anyone else care to continue the recap after that point? I'm gonna start calling on people.
I can just keep going.
No, I think it's Wyatt's turn.
Okay.
It was his fight.
Hey, you in the back.
So, after messing around with him a little bit, letting him probe and having fun with them, get frustrated, I finally...
Letting them probe.
It went worse than I thought it would have. Turns out I start convulsing while everyone else bursts out of the hut after having argued, woken up, tried to figure out what the hell I was even doing in the first place.
This is correct.
All of this is applicable. I don't remember. We outright started a brawl while I was still...
So,
This is why my memory's horrible.
Cedric had gone outside to check out what was happening, and the meanlocks essentially mean-mugged him into going back inside. Also, you had told him that this was your fight to take care of.
Thank you.
Amara did not accept that so much,
Nope.
and rallied the troops to go out after you, fortunately before the meanlocks were able to completely psychically subdue you.
Yeah, we got our first notable quotable.
Yeah, I got a quote. That was fun.
Oh, that's true.
The creation of the notable quotables.
Under the miscellaneous tab in the informations, you will see a new section under miscellaneous titled Notable Quotables.
Christened by Amara Celtics.
So the party engaged in a brief battle with the meanlocks, but something interrupted the fight. Cedric or Amara, would you care to explain what that was?
I believe the meanlocks called Cedric Majesty, and Cedric started to, like, try to use that as leverage to get them to just, like, not kill us.
That is absolutely correct.
At the time, I thought it was what's Bavlorna, but in character, we still don't know that it's not that.
In character, you have a pretty good idea that the fact that you were crowned a monarch and given a crown of gold is probably something that has to do with that. But after that, the party discovered the hole through which the meanlocks were making their way into Jingle Jangle's home, so that Jingle Jangle could board it up. She gave the party a key, the key to Slanty Tower, and with that errand done, you made your way out. Oh! Let's not forget what happened that morning. Because a very important decision was made and a deal was struck that morning.
One way to put it.
It's a fun way to put it, I think.
Yeah. So that morning, after Cedric had attempted to see if the spell would go away just off of him going unconscious, he succeeded in knocking himself unconscious, but the spell was still remaining. So due to that, Cedric went to the only thing he could think of, which was asking the patron, his household's patron, for assistance. And that was an ordeal and a half.
It was.
Hey, Kyle.
Kudana
With
had...
Can you put this in the freezer?
You can go ahead.
With the party's help, Cedric summoned Kudana, a devil who was a patron of familial betrayal. And agreed to a warlock pact with her, so that she could assist him in fending off this curse.
In exchange for...
Well, she demanded an act of fealty from Cedric.
against a family member.
Against someone he considered family. And what did Cedric do?
Cedric used a spell that he had not used previously because the spell had ties to when another family member betrayed him. And he struck at Amara. And knowing my luck, I rolled the nat 20 on it.
It was very fun for the whole family.
Oh
Fine.
no!
I literally, if I had rolled like average on the dice instead of below average, I would have knocked out Amara.
It's fine.
Give me
Everything's
1
fine.
second.
Interesting.
All the tippy taps.
Yeah, sorry about that. But with that pact made, Kudana offered a boon to Cedric in addition to an opportunity to trade out his innate magic for hers. So, with that power in hand, and with the enchantment from Bavlorna held at bay for the time being, Cedric learned it can only strike at him once per day. The party made their way to Slanty Tower, where they retrieved both Sir Talavar's magic sword, which functions for any medium creature as a dagger,
Question?
because Sir Talavar is about the size of a cat.
Question?
Yes.
So you said he got a boon and traded his magic, or the boon was he traded his magic?
He received both, though the party
okay.
is unaware of the boon that he got.
Okay, that I didn't know if Kyle had forgot or if Alistair just doesn't know.
Nope.
Okay, cool.
Alistair does not know.
Gotcha.
Yeah, Kyle forgot to
Mr.
tell me
DM
about
didn't
that
tell
little
me.
demon summoning
so,
shit.
actually, Death, when I did the recap like 2 weeks ago, I did tell you about the devil, but when I did today's recap, I did forget the devil. So,
I know you told me in secret.
I told you
about that part.
secretly, the party does not know what the boon is.
yes,
Oh.
And Cedric has also not told the party that
Yeah.
he had.
yes.
So the players don't know what the boon is. The characters don't know that the boon exists at all.
Yeah.
No, I was just talking about the
Um,
demon summoning.
This
It's
was alluded to
fine.
in the RP.
I
Something
love when players summon devils. Like, it's one of my favorite things.
Demons.
Shannon knows all about creatures that make deals with players.
Or aspects of
Or aspects of
deception,
abstract concepts.
kitsunes, whatever.
Anyway, beings that make deals are fun for me. Anyway,
Yeah. So
the party retrieved... sorry, yes.
I was just gonna say, just so if anyone's watching, we created an RP channel for off weeks when we couldn't get together, and there's been a lot of that. I have severely been lost. There's been a lot of RP.
There has been a tremendous amount of RP, and I do want to thank everyone for being involved in it, because everyone has been involved in it at some point. So I want to just take a moment to appreciate y'all's commitment and investment in this campaign really quickly. But moving along, the party retrieved both Sir Talavar's dagger, which is a +1 dagger that also allows the user to breathe out a cloud of fairy dragon euphoria breath, as well as a fang taken from one of the serpents around Slanty Hill that has been imbued with a certain degree of spite and magic.
And found inside a skeleton, if I remember correctly.
In the hand of a skeleton.
Oh, okay. That's better.
A little bit, not much.
Not much.
But with those in hand, the party has continued their walk through hither as the swamp water rises around your ankles. But we do not join our party in hither. Not quite yet. For after entering Telemy Hill, one member of the party fell into a deep slumber and has only recently begun to stir. So we don't join our party in hither. Instead, we go down. Far, far down. Oh, that's very loud.
Would you say you go down fathoms below?
I would say I go down.
Is that a reference I don't understand?
Below.
It's the opening song to The Little Mermaid.
We go somewhere deep, dark, where weight and direction have almost no meaning. Zalora, your consciousness, this is also what I wanted. Your consciousness is floating somewhere in a darkness that is unfamiliar to you, but a weightlessness that is very familiar. And you found yourself summoned here. And you're not quite physical in this space, but you are very present. What is Zalora's reaction to being here?
Kind of like, just like deep terror and like completely like petrified, like unable to move yet, like not being able to breathe but wanting to like move at the same time, like not knowing, like being here a million times and yet knowing she can never escape.
Zalora, this pressure threatens to crush you as you feel yourself drift. Not down, but almost further in to this space that is not space. And just as the pressure begins to feel too much, it lessens. Your chest lightens. You can take in a breath of the water around you. But as the weight of pressure lifts, there is a sense of attention upon you. And you see an eye open, glowing with soft bioluminescence in the depths. And this eye opens larger than you. And next to it, another. And another. You see at least a dozen eyes opening in uncountable rings in front of you, and behind you, and around you, and whatever this being is, it is unimaginable in its scale. And it speaks to you. And it says, "Never before have you entered my lair. Fascinating. You are in need." And this is a voice that is familiar to you. It is one that has spoken to you in the depths of your despair. But you've never heard this voice. When you've heard this voice previously, it took on a cast of someone close to you. The voice of your mother, of one of your teachers, of one of your nurses. But this time it speaks to you honestly, as itself. Zalora, what do you say to it?
I was helpless. I was helpless before. I needed something. I needed a way out. I needed.
You need a way out.
I needed to be more. I was less, and I needed more.
Zalora, something touches your side. Something long and heavy, but it caresses you almost gently, cradling you like a parent does a child. And the figure says, "You are so much more than you know. You have but to give in to the depths within you. Surrender yourself to that which is other within you." Zalora, you feel a presence, a side of your own inner magic that shifts as your attention comes upon it. And you almost feel this being settle within you. And then, Zalora, you wake up. You are currently outside Slanty Hill, your eyes open as the humidity of hither once again makes itself very much known around you. And you see the other members of your party getting ready to move on. But you are once again conscious. But that presence is still right there in the back of your mind.
So dry.
Everyone, you notice Zalora wake up for the first time in about a day and a half.
Well, good morning, Sleeping Beauty.
I think she's more the Little Mermaid.
The implications of Little Mermaid existing in this world are staggering.
Well, Sleeping Beauty is also a Disney thing.
Yeah.
So...
I'm gonna say, what sea creature would purposely choose to grow legs? Weird.
Personally, I'd take the tail.
Zalora, you have legs right now. You actively have legs.
I said, who would willingly choose?
I mean, you get to walk on land.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
What,
Fins
so,
would be underwater only, but legs you can do both. They're more efficient.
who would
That's
choose
true.
to be on land? There's
I
so
mean-
much more to this world that's underwater than there is above
Well, exactly.
land.
You'd want to do both.
Why? It's so dry up here.
To everyone else,
There's
it is
flowers. and plants.
unbearably humid right now.
I'm using my tail to fan myself. I'm just fanning myself.
Your tiny little cottontail?
Yes, exactly. It's just behind me
How?
wagging, trying to generate a breeze.
Incredible. It's
And I'm
failing
like, wait,
miserably.
I have gust, so I just start gusting myself with my gust.
There you
God.
go.
Yeah, speaking of somebody from Louisiana, that just makes it worse. Because then you're blowing the humidity onto yourself. I have a very angry dog at my door. Hang on one second.
Yeah, I heard her making noise.
Yeah,
I'm
I
not
don't
letting
want
her
to
have my
destroy.
chicken, and she's not thrilled about that.
For a second there, I thought that was a New Orleans. Like, it's not about living in New Orleans. I got a dog at my door. And I'm like, what is that? What's that?
I said Louisiana, not New Orleans.
Yes, I meant.
Yeah.
Sorry, I meant to say Louisiana when I was quoting it. Yes.
There's only one city in Louisiana.
Yes, we covered this before.
Hmm.
But I just thought it was a saying. Like, there's a dog at my door.
Like your puppies are barking at you?
Yeah, they say my dogs are barking. That is a saying. Yeah.
But Zalora is awake, and the party knows that they need to keep going lest they run out of time before Cedric's curse acts up again.
Onward.
Onward.
Zalora doesn't know about in character, by the way.
No, yeah. We'll catch her up in character. Yes.
I mean, she
Well,
found out in character just later, technically.
That's fair. So that discussion can have happened as you get moving.
Yeah.
On the map is like relative distance wise. Where are we? How far are we north from Slanty Tower right now?
Right.
You have only just left Slanty Tower.
Oh, okay.
Because you were trying to like negotiate how to get Zalora's still unconscious form easily carried out.
Okay.
But now Zalora's awake, and the problem has been solved.
Yes.
So as the party continues onwards, I am going to ask for another, and I'm sure everyone's amped to hear this, group survival check.
Definitely putting points into survival as I level up. No, I'm just kidding.
It's weird to have a campaign that's like centered around exploration of an unknown territory.
Don't remind me. I'm
I
still
have
feeling
pretty
like
good
an
stats
inadequate
than that, but
rogue
I rolled
because of
like
not-
garbage.
Yeah.
Today's looking like a good Cedric day.
Not doing survival as a rogue has made me question my choices.
Wait, but you're not a rogue, you're a ranger.
Ranger, yeah, that's right.
Rangers should even more have survival.
Rangers definitely should have survival.
Hey, my druid has a shitty nature, so I can't.
I put a lot of things into insight and intelligence things.
All right. Fortunately, you have a pretty good idea of where you need to be going. So the DC wasn't high for that. You don't get there very quickly. The party has several run-ins with sinkholes in the swamp that require you to pull each other out on occasion. But you do make consistent, albeit slow, progress to the north. You left Slanty Tower in, I believe, the early afternoon. So it is coming up on dusk in-game when you hit a particularly thick section of the swamp.
Oh no. Oh. Oh, no.
You are starting in the southeast corner of this map. The fog has become incredibly thick around you, to the point that you can't easily see more than 20 feet around you in any direction.
If we're considering anything that happened in the chat to be canon, Gordon is currently carrying me.
Yep.
Stupendous. I love that.
I'm assuming the 20 feet is
It
even
is
with
official.
advanced dark vision.
Yeah, because this isn't darkness, it's fog.
Got it. Just wanted to make sure.
Like that Alistair went from being carried by one hopeless romantic to the other. You'll never escape it.
At some point, Amara abandoned me, and so
Yeah, so let's take a moment to have any discussions that y'all want to have in character on your way over here. So if anyone wants to run any quick scenes or catch Zalora up on anything that's happened, like particular, let's call it, let's call it engagements that the party might have had in the meantime.
Zalora, do you want it quick and fast, or you want it slow and played out?
At this point, I'd rather have it quick and fast, like
All right. So Gordon opened the vase. Cedric is cursed now. We're all fucked. Cedric could die. Bavlorna's evil. Was it Bavlorna? Yeah. Bavlorna's evil. And we're headed to the Frog People village. Yeah, you're caught up. We also got some stuff over at the tower there.
I've heard of blunt, but
I asked if she wanted it blunt. She said she wanted it blunt. I gave it to her blunt.
I mean, he does fight things with his fists, and fists are pretty much the most blunt object you could possibly have.
Bludgeoning, baby!
Okay, that's one way to put that. Okay.
you are never going to act as my partner if I do this line of work. I
okay.
just
Anything else happen?
Oh yeah, that one's not mine to tell though.
I got ravaged by a bug.
Oh yeah, there was a mean lock who did psychic
Yeah,
stuff.
didn't you? Yeah, I was gonna save you from that, but you and my shadow told me not to. So
Well, your shadow's kind of a dick.
Oh wait!
to be fair.
Your shadow talks? Because I'm pretty sure I asked if your shadow could talk before, and I wasn't given an answer. Your
I don't
shadow
know.
can talk?
I don't know. Maybe it can. Maybe it can't. Who knows?
Cedric's shadow underneath him shrugs.
Okay, so yeah, he can hear us and he can talk. Cool, good to know.
Amara does this thing where she's like, to the shadow,
yeah.
I'm watching you. I don't like you. I don't trust it.
Amara, when you look at it, it's matching Cedric's movements perfectly.
Yes, but I've seen it do otherwise.
You absolutely have.
I have been the one to notice the shadow first.
Yeah. But yeah, I look at the other two and say, there's that thing, right? The thing, guys, the thing.
No idea what you're talking about.
Nope.
Well, in canon, I'm pretty sure you would have been doing certain physical actions.
There was a mud fight at some point, yes.
And some like holding hands or whatever, or like
Hey,
holding...
that's their decision to make, Kyle.
No, but they had it happen in character in the chat, and the chat is canon.
A lot of walking happened while Zalora was out.
No,
Maybe
Zalora
it's
was
like-
awake for that stuff.
No, but he has a point. Like, Cedric and Amara have been holding hands, and like, you may have seen Amara kiss him on the cheek a couple times.
Oh. Well.
Yeah.
Somebody hasn't been reading the most recent chat.
That was kind of my
Yeah.
point. And Zalora
Yeah, I
entered
haven't
the chat like midway through, and I'm like, so Zalora in the chat knows, but Zalora in the game doesn't know, so we need to fix that.
Is anything being withheld from Zalora right now? Is the main question.
I don't think so, no.
No.
Alright, so Zalora, you are caught up on the fact that Amara and Cedric are now officially dating.
Nothing that's not in the open is being withheld.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Gordon and
That makes
Alistair
sense.
definitely have like a will they, won't they, but we really don't know what direction that's taking.
And we now know the name of Gordon's baby.
I wouldn't say it that way.
Whatever.
No.
Gordon, you have a kid? You never told me. Trust ruined.
I went to say the word, and the word flew out of my mouth, and then another word came. I gave up.
Nice.
If I have a child, this is the first I've heard.
Perfect. Justice
I don't
just
know.
got caught up on
Furry
the
item.
RP chat, so I was like, is there anything else I should know? So
Something about furry bra?
A lot of it. Yeah, there was a B word that was never solved, and it's still bothering Kyle.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
You don't understand. I will worry about it, and the amount of you telling me don't worry about it does not help the situation.
Still mad
no.
because I was told what it was and I didn't believe him, and then he checked and it was actually correct, and I'm upset about how correct it was.
What were
But-
you talking about?
So-
Never mind.
Gordon, yeah, okay. Gordon made a joke, but no one got it. Then and Cedric got it, but then me and Amar didn't get it. It was a whole thing.
Alright. Alright,
no.
done.
But yeah, in the chat, Jess, it's a lot of like, oh, what were your past stories? And we all tell a story, or like we ask a question and then we all answer the question. So it's a lot of getting to know you is a lot of what the RP chat is.
Yeah.
I think the latest thing was a giant, besides the mud fight, was a giant fight over what to do with like the curse and stuff.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
did have that.
We definitely kept having almost plans and then not getting anywhere and then giving up.
Our plan is contingent on what we find whenever we go
Yeah.
to this town. Like,
And-
we can do
and
literally
actual-
nothing right now.
And of course, the actual gameplay stuff that actually happens between exactly.
Yeah, that's fair too.
All right.
Plans are hard.
Yes, they are.
This is very true.
Okay.
Especially when y'all have the won't let me do stuff.
Say that again.
Nobody said that you couldn't do shady shit. We just accidentally derailed talking about shady shit. To be fair. No one told you
Derailed.
no.
So it's not
Derail a lot.
You are breaking up,
Oh,
Wyatt.
right.
Yes.
I
Back,
could
Yeah,
not hear
you're breaking up something awful. I can't get the full sentence out of you.
back to the game.
White, you might want to reload.
Wyatt, can you hear us clearly? Let's double check that.
He's making words.
Oh, wait, we
No,
can't hear you. We
Are
should
you
leave and come
muted?
back.
Nope,
I
he's
don't
not
think
muted.
he is. Oh.
No, I meant like there's a you can be muted like here and not.
Oh.
I say as if you know what I'm pointing to, but like headset
Yeah.
mute.
Well, we can see your face now.
We
So
can
did-
see your face now, so
you're
we do
pointing
know
to.
what you're pointing to.
You can use hand gestures and facial things.
Wyatt, say a thing.
I was
Nope.
gonna say, if
Oh, there
we-
you are. There's a delay though, but
It's
yeah.
Hey,
just-
Kyle,
Yeah,
hold
you're
on.
very choppy.
Yeah.
Say a full sentence.
Wyatt, are you using your phone right now?
it's the only thing I can use. I don't have a mic
Oh,
or camera.
you're
That's
fine
fine.
that
We're
time.
good now.
Go to make sure that if you're using voice activity, that you have your sensitivity fairly low, so that it's picking up your voice at all times. Because I've had a similar issue with that exact thing.
Yeah, because before you were cutting in and out mid sentence, but that last time when you talked, it was perfectly fine. So I don't know
So
what's
now
up.
Good. All the way low?
Headset.
Yes,
Yeah.
put it all the way low, so that if you make any noise at all, it catches you.
Okay. Well, how about
Especially the
this?
puppy.
That's perfect. I'm
All right.
hearing you just fine. Shannon, your cat is like
That was
barrel-
weird.
I
is full
heard
on
that.
charging at your door.
I heard that. God damn
Yeah,
it.
she's
I keep
body
getting
slamming.
interrupted by
See,
cats.
Dalton looks like he's shined upon like an angel.
I was gonna say looks like he's underwater, but yeah, that works too.
I'm a devil.
Mm. Not to us, Dalton.
Yeah, but you can speak Celestial. Just
Ah.
I
saying.
mean, yes, I can. But yeah, actually, here I can make it better.
Ironic.
Here,
I just want to sing "In the
There you go.
Arms of an Angel."
is that better?
So,
Fly
so we're in a dense part of the swamp, JD. Tell us
You-
more.
I was
we're
waiting-
getting very distracted. Sorry.
You are, but it's also fun, and it's pseudo in character, so I was letting it happen. But you have entered a particularly dense area of the swamp. The air hangs heavy and thick around you, and the fog has grown in to a point where you can barely see around you at all. Can I get a perception check from the group?
Disadvantage or anything, or just perception?
Just straight perception. This is not based on sight.
It's option.
Stop offering disadvantage.
There we go.
You can do it for your own roles. Stop doing it to ours.
Yeah, Dalton, no DMing yet. Wait for Thursday, fucker.
Wow.
Wow.
Zalora, am I waiting on a perception check?
Yeah,
from you
sorry,
as
I
well?
was rubbing something into my hands, and I didn't want my mouse all. I don't see
All
shit.
Yeah. Oh boy, howdy. I feel like Cedric, Gordon, and Zalora are currently locked in a discussion about Cedric's new relationship status. Whereas Amara and Alistair have managed to keep something of their wits about them.
Laura's
as
like,
they walk
I should
through.
really teach them the dance, like I taught those people at the. I keep want to call it a circus, but I know it's not a circus.
Carnival.
The carnival. Do you think?
Which means Alistair and Amara, you two are the first ones to see this little dude.
He's cute.
I'm torn because he kind of looks like a very skinny meanlock, and I'm not about it.
Or like a moth goblin. You know?
He is what looks like a little sprite or pixie made of mud. And you almost didn't see him at first because the lily pad he's on is half submerged in the mud, so he blends in almost perfectly. But the two of you do see him.
Interesting.
And when your attention turns to him, he goes, "Hmm?" And you also hear the sounds of others squelching, as if the mud is moving around
Moth
in this
goblin.
direction.
Oh, that's lovely.
I just take any opportunity I can to say the word squelch.
Yummy.
Neffany,
Oh?
what is that? Is it a good thing or a bad thing?
The little creature is... The little creature goes... and Neffany says, and Neffany is going to make a roll.
Is that Sylvan?
Have Amara and or Alistair pointed that out to the party, or no?
That's a good question,
Well,
have you?
When,
Amara has said out loud to Neffany,
Yeah.
what is that?
Yeah.
But at the same time, I was gonna say, yeah, it looks like we got a little mud, little creature, and I point the mud creature out.
That's cool.
I'm gonna wave to it.
Neffany says, it looks like it's mud.
Uh-huh.
I mean,
We got-
yes, that is. I was
We got-
hoping that you might have a little more
She's-
local knowledge.
No, we
Gonna
got
go trot on over towards it.
Is it speaking Sylvan? Can you speak with it?
Neffany shakes her head.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
I don't
Neffany
know
is
what
now
that's
like dog sprite.
Was that the no to it speaking Sylvan, or you not being able to speak to it?
Both.
Ah, okay.
Gonna say, I'd
When
be able
you
to know.
get closer, the creature is going to dive into the mud and disappear
Huh.
under the surface.
Is it like a mud method?
That's literally what it is. But in character, we don't know that. Yeah.
I mean, if y'all want to roll me either a nature... I'll give this a nature or arcana check, your choice to identify
Okay.
it.
I
And
have made-
Alistair and Neffany pointed it out, so you know... so everyone can make that check if they wish.
+1 on both of them.
I know less
Alistair,
than
you got a 0.
0.
And he's technically kind of this land too.
Okay, I'm alright with this.
I'm definitely the most traveled person here, and I don't know.
Well, you did lose your
Spectacular.
memory, I guess.
You don't
no, no,
remember
but-
any of it.
I mean, no, I mean the carnival. I don't mean
Oh,
free
yeah.
as an old man. I mean
Alistair.
the carnival.
What is the assumption you make about this creature?
That this whole swamp is alive, and that was just like one puppet hand
It's
of the
essentially a pseudopod of the
Yeah.
swamp and the mud, and the entirety of the mud is alive. Alistair, you are standing waist deep in a living creature.
Yes, I was gonna say that out loud. I'm like, guys, I think we're like in its like hip, like that was a hand, and we're inside of its like leg or arm or something.
Zalora and Amara, the two of you are... I didn't get a roll from Cedric, just so he's aware.
Cedric isn't rolling.
Fantastic. Amara and Zalora, the two of you are aware of the existence of creatures called mephits, which are essentially miniature elementals. And just like Jess said earlier, this is in fact a mud mephit. It is in fact an elemental incarnation of mud.
That would make sense because
Um,
Laura definitely would know of water method, so she would just be like, yeah.
You know,
Which also means that Zalora, you are aware the language it was speaking earlier was a dialect of Primordial called Aquan. Amara, you are also aware of this.
I know primordial, so that would
I
make
also
sense.
speak primordial.
Oh
yeah.
shit, you do. Okay.
Yeah.
I forgot that there were people in the party who spoke Primordial.
What did it say?
It said, "What are these creatures wandering through the swamp?"
Hmm.
And then it dove into the water or mud.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Zalora would just be like, land creatures are weird, aren't they? In Primordial.
Oh, it's gone now.
I know.
Okay. Guys, before it hopped in the mud, it said, "Oh, look at these weird creatures," and then it hopped away. So it was observing us, just like we were observing it.
Zalora.
Did you
When you
know
speak-
Primordial too?
I also know Primordial, yes.
Zalora, when you speak in Primordial, you see it pop back up next to you. It is right here.
Mm-hmm.
And it says, "Oh, she speaks the water tongue."
Zalora goes, yes, I am.
She speaks the water tongue.
I am
Hmm.
of the water. You are water
Of the
and
mud.
land.
Yes.
Anyone else want to point out the two that just showed up on the right?
Yeah, but they I mean, it's a problem. But it could be a problem, but maybe not.
I didn't even see them because
Laura
they are
goes-
blending into the thing.
Are you
The party hears.
friend?
I'm sorry, really quickly. The party hears a chorus of voices as it says this to Zalora, as several others appear at the
Okay.
periphery of your vision.
Zalora goes, are you friend or foe?
We are fun.
Oh, I like
You want
fun.
to pl- Do you
I
want
say-
to play a game?
I say in Primordial, I like fun. I like games.
Oh.
Just because you're fun does not mean you could not be foe.
Maybe friend or foe is up to you.
What
Do you
are the
want
rules?
to play a game? Do you
I
want to
wouldn't-
play a guessing game? A guessing game! A guessing game. All of them choir in unison.
What are the
What are they
prizes?
saying?
No idea.
The prize, the prize, the prize.
They
One of them
want-
says, breathing! Yes, breathing is your prize.
Cool.
I don't
I
need
translate
to
to the party.
breathe.
I'm like, they want to have. I translate everything that happened so far to the party.
And I say, Zalora says, I don't need to breathe. Better prize.
You breathe mud, you breathe dirt.
You do breathe. You just breathe water. You breathe water and air. but you do-
Zalora, you're not sure that with mud as thick as you're currently walking through, you would be able to breathe.
Zalora cocks her head and she goes, maybe. Let me look at my spells.
If we're going to play a guessing game, I think we should all be on the same page and all speak the same language.
I'll ask them. Do you happen to? And I speak in common. I'm like, do you speak this?
Can I
They don't
shape
answer.
water
Okay, they do.
in front of
Well,
them
just-
and
just
play
start
with
speaking
it
immediately.
and say, do you breathe?
Let me do that one at a time. So Kyle, so Alistair asked, do you speak common? And
Yeah.
the 5 of them that are now around you kind of and this one over here says, speak human speech. Speak bullywog speech.
It's not just human speech, I think, but yes.
It many things speech.
That
Yes.
is why it is called common, yes.
Okay. Speak common.
That's the thing. Some people probably speak common, but they don't know it's called common.
The other 4 kind of cheer as that one stumbles his way through what is almost a full sentence. He seems very proud of himself.
I'm very proud of him.
Seems you have a learned one.
And Zalora, you ask if they can breathe in what I assume is just straight water.
Mm-hmm.
Zalora, is this intentionally an act of intimidation?
No, this is me being playful. Like I would create a little one of them in like the water, like playfully, like a little shape of them like skipping around.
Gotcha. Oh. This one over here is going to walk over and start dancing along with the water that you're playing with.
Because they like fun. I'm trying to
They
show
do
them
like
like
fun.
like in kind. Because
Absolutely. The one that I'm sorry, I interrupted you.
I was going to say, because I'm going to try to take them as not being intimidating, even though they may be trying to.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to show them that I'm not intimidated and that I could also be intimidating, but I'm choosing not to be.
Zalora, throw me an insight check if you would be so kind, because you're... Actually, Alistair can do this too, because you two have been the ones directly interacting with them.
I am not good at that.
I'm decent.
So loud, Diane.
Nat 20.
Hell
Oh, shit. All right. Zalora, these things don't have emotions. Like, they don't emote on their faces. And their bodies are constantly shifting as the mud moves around when they move.
Mm-hmm.
Alistair, they don't emote,
Uh-huh.
but their physical presences give off intent, the way all physical beings do. You don't detect hostility from them, but you also get the sense of an alienness and otherness to them. You don't think they really consider you to be alive. Like, they don't think that killing you is killing a thing.
They're like the labyrinth fire spirits. They want to pull off your head.
Exactly.
Very.
It's almost like they want to see if you can breathe in the mud, and they'll drown you in an attempt to find out.
Okay.
Well, suffocate you, as I guess a better word, in the mud. But again, it's not hostility, but it is a sense of very dangerous curiosity.
So I will say a variation on that. I will say, I don't think that they're gonna hurt. They're not hostile, but I think the game that they want to play could end up hurting us, and they don't. The fun is more important than the damage.
Zalora makes a little water slide out of her shaped water, and she goes, "Fun."
This mud method that was playing with your water earlier jumps into it and immediately dissolves in the water.
Oh, she
And you...
makes. She changes her game to do Ray of Frost and makes an ice slide instead.
The mud method falls through. You see the mud fall through the water chute and reconstitute itself at the bottom.
Oh, okay.
And it's like, I died.
I died.
Zalora's like, let's try something different. And she does ice slide instead of shape water out of her Ray of Frost. So it like creates like an ice chute for them to slide down.
I would like to similarly try to impress them, but I'm not going to do it with water. I'm going to use the other half of them, which is the earth part. They're mud methods, therefore earth and water. And I'm going to start moving the ground and the earth. And I'm going to say, like you said, I can make shapes and colors appear in the dirt or stone. Okay. So I'll spell out the word fun in like bright rainbow colors in the ground.
You think that they love the shapes and colors? They have no idea what the letters mean.
Like,
primordial. If I put it primordial, can they read primordial?
No, buddy, they don't read her, right?
I'm like, Alistair, make them a maze in the ground that they have to get through. Or like build them a little castle or like slides or something.
Gordon, Amara, and Cedric. The two methods that Alistair and Zalora are playing with are having a lovely time. The other three are getting impatient.
Oh, okay. We all have to play.
And you see one of them move towards Nephany, who takes a cautious step back, but you see the mud start to thicken under Nephany's legs.
Nope. Back away from
And this one says,
doggy.
"Guessing game!" and splashes the mud in front of itself.
I mean, I don't think we have much of a choice at this point, guys.
No, I mean, just play. Choose a form of play. We did it. Play.
It's a guessing game. Guessing game isn't...
These
No,
two
that's their thing.
These
But
two
they
here
also...
at the north start chanting guessing game in Aquan.
So, they wanted us to do a certain game, but me and Zalora played a different game, and our two seem okay with it. So maybe if you tried a different game, yours might be okay with it, too.
But what game, though?
You're saying that like we have any idea.
Yeah, make up a game and play with them. That's what...
Does anyone have like dancing lights or anything like that?
No.
No,
use that for
best
spells.
I can do is set this place on fire.
Don't do that.
Not the best idea.
Can I get Alistair and Zalora to give me persuasion checks?
Okay.
I will let you do so with advantage.
Okay.
Because you've been playing with the methods and establishing this rapport.
Also, 21. And I'll say we could take turns or we could teach them a game.
What spells do you guys have?
So with those persuasion checks,
I'll tell them.
Alistair and Zalora, the two of you can tell that your two methods have almost been placated by what you've done.
Mm-hmm.
Can I teach them how to bobsled down my ice slides and make it a group game so that they have to do it against each other so everyone's involved and that they can't do it by themselves? Meaning that they have to do it against each other and they have to, like, they all have to do it and they have to, like, so, like, it can't be just one-on-one.
Okay. That would take a greater expenditure of magic than what a simple cantrip could accomplish.
Okay.
But, Zalora, I would let you do that if you expend, let's call it a second level spell.
If she's casting a shape water, can I use Ray of Frost?
Ooh. Yeah. If you have the other cantrip, I would let it, instead of Zalora casting a second level spell, it could be Cedric and Zalora each casting a first level spell.
Okay.
I also have an idea, though. Amara's gonna look at Gordon pulling out his loot and also kind of at the same time get the same idea.
Oh, music.
Gordon,
Yes.
I think I have an idea of a game that we can play.
Water dancing.
Game? Game that we can play.
If you have an idea for the love of the gods, let me know.
Play
What if-
once.
What if we, like, mimic their sounds? Like some sort of sound game?
Okay. I think that might work.
Like something you would play with a toddler, basically.
Yeah, I got... Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, so Amara's going to demonstrate, basically. She's going to play, like... I don't know. I feel like this is easier to do with drums. Kind of drumming sounds. She's going to... Yeah, fuck the lute. She's just gonna, like, drum on her leg and kind of gesture for the one that she is in front of to match her.
Okay.
The rhythm game.
So you and
she uses the lute to
looks
do
up
it.
at
There we
you
go.
and
Yeah.
goes, Amara, give me a performance check.
Oh shit. Okay. It's not bad, but it's not great either.
Would that be advantage since I'm helping?
If Gordon's helping, then it absolutely is with advantage.
Cool.
We teach them shave and a haircut, 2 bits.
Is that the rhythm I did? That wasn't even on purpose.
Persuasion Performance. Click. I have no idea. This might roll a lot. I think I fucked that up. Yep.
Yep.
That's
Oh
so
my God.
many.
So
Alright,
many.
so I'm taking the first 2 rolls, which are the 14 and the 12.
Yep, that's fair. So
So
you
the
get a
14s that
14.
we're taking, but the 14 is enough to keep their attention, absolutely.
Yeah.
And also, while you're doing that, that gives Cedric and Zalora enough time to actually set up this whole course that they're making.
Hell yeah. Alright, I'm just gonna click
First
off my
level
spell
for
slot.
bubbles.
Yeah. So go ahead and remove those spell slots, and good job, y'all. I expected this to go a certain way, and y'all decided to just go ahead and take control. I love
I was
this.
like, no, it's bobsledding time! Hell yeah!
I
It
don't like
absolutely is. Y'all, I'm sorry, what?
I don't like guessing games in places that I don't actually live.
Well, they
That's fair.
also said that, wasn't it like, I don't know, never mind. I thought I was gonna...
I asked about breathing for one. And
Yeah,
I was like,
exactly.
oh,
The breathing was the problem, yeah.
And again, past a certain point, there's a language barrier, so...
Wait,
So, Amara and Gordon are able to keep their attention while Alistair, Zalora, and Cedric get this course together. And y'all spend probably a solid, I would say, 15, 20 minutes entertaining the mud methods, keeping them happy, playing with them. And at the end of it, the methods are delighted and, you can tell, exhausted. They are tiny little creatures.
Can we then do a group performance check to like
lullaby
them to sleep?
I think we'd already won, and now we're gonna.
I know it would just make me happy. Can we?
Yeah,
do
we all
it?
get
No, that was absolutely the end of the encounter. They are placated completely.
I know.
I know. Jess wanted to add another roll. That was the.
I just wanted to do it for funsies.
Yeah, no, I mean, honestly, Zalora, like, at the end of this, I will say that they are tired and falling asleep. I think that's really funny. So they start to, like, as you finish off this game of bobsledding, that, I'm gonna say this one over here managed to win. He's very proud of himself.
I make him an ice necklace that will totally melt tomorrow, but it looks like little crystals, and I put it like as a necklace for him.
Alistair came in a close second on that bobsled race, though.
No, you didn't fit on the
Alistair
bobsled.
was playing?
He did not fit
on it. It would.
I think he's
Alistair.
small enough. I think Alistair might be small enough.
In fairness, is Alistair a small creature?
Yeah.
Alistair, you're the same size as the mud methods. You're both small. So, like, in game terms, yeah. Zalora, you make this necklace of ice for this method, and Alistair, you can tell. Zalora, it's a little hard to tell in its muddy face, but Alistair, you can tell that this creature is genuinely touched by this. Like, you don't think he's ever been given an award for anything in his little swampy life.
Oh, it's so. I feel like because I know that, I feel like we should tell him it's temporary. Otherwise, he's gonna. Zalora, he really likes it, and he's gonna be really disappointed when it goes away tomorrow. I think we should probably warn him that it's a temporary gift.
Look how pretty it shines.
And I say, what I'll say is I'll reach down to him and I will say, Kyle, you're creating a loop.
What?
You were creating a loop.
We are hearing ourselves echo in your mic, Kyle.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll turn myself.
What I'll say is I'll reach down to him and I'll say, what is your name, little one?
Oh, my name is Splot.
Splot. Okay. So this is a very special occasion, and obviously this was a very magical session, and this magic can only last for one night. So this means this necklace lasts for one night, and we have to come back here again, and you're gonna have to win this again. This means this is very special. You're very special.
We'll win necklace every time.
You must come back and win it again. This is so special. This means only you get the special sparkly necklace tonight. And you have to
Alistair
win
adds
it
to the
again.
rivalry though, and he's like, "I'm gonna get that necklace next time, though."
Oh.
The one behind when you're talking to Splorch, says, Splorch, the rules! And he says, oh, right. And he dives down into the mud. And he's there for like solid 10, 15 seconds. And when he comes back up, he's holding what looks like a small link of pearls. And he says, Reciprocity! You give gift, I give gift. And he hands it to you, Zalora.
Oh, why? You didn't have to do that. That's so kind. She kind of just rubs him on the little head and is like, you're so nice. You know, when I lived in the ocean, these were a very special gift.
What is ocean?
Lots and lots of water. You know, your dirt and water together mixed to make you alive. Uh-huh. It's like mommy and daddy together make you.
Are you explaining the birds and the bees for mud?
I think she just did. I don't know how to feel about that.
Yeah, we actually don't know how methods procreate, so we don't.
Well, you see, when it rains, that's the daddy, and the earth is the mommy.
This one up here says sleeping and collapses.
Are you implying that in universe a water method and an earth method fuck, and that's how you get a mud method?
I think
Yes.
that's actually
no,
how it.
an earth elemental and a water elemental fuck, and they create mud.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's
Literally, this
actually
is the
canon.
larval state.
Say Zalora pulls out her gall and lulls them to sleep.
They all collapse into piles of mud in the ground around you.
And Zalora says, that was enjoyable.
Zalora, mark on your inventory that you have a small pearl trinket.
Are we gonna get in trouble for the reciprocation rule if your gift disappears?
Well, I
she
specifically
explained
told them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that's fair. I don't think they understood, but
All the more reason we should be moving.
No, I think
Amara,
they
if you
they
would
get
like,
fine.
you can throw me either a wisdom or an intelligence check without your proficiency to try to get a handle on what the rule of reciprocity specifically entails. Because you haven't been given many specifics about it.
Oh, I got an nat 20.
I almost
shit.
got an 18. Fuck that shit.
Sorry.
Today's not your day.
Rude.
Amara, the rule of reciprocity kind of eludes you because gifts have to be given for gifts, but the specific value has never been really detailed. Zalora, when Amara talks about the rule of reciprocity as an actual fundamental rule of Prismeer, this is something that I think Zalora might be a bit familiar with, given the creatures that exist under the ocean. And your take on it is that so long as the two creatures involved value what is being traded equally, then the rule is fulfilled.
Makes sense. Say Zalora will polish the necklace a little bit. And can she do an Arcana check just to make sure if she puts it on, she's not going to become like a clam or something?
I'll just give you that. The pearl chain is absolutely non-magical.
Okay. So she
is
just
just
puts it
a
on
pretty little
because
thing.
it reminds her a little bit of home, and she just puts it on.
Pretty.
Something she hasn't really been close to the ocean much, so she enjoys it.
Jess, are you sure you're live? Because so one of my friends is trying to watch, and they're saying that it's not live.
I
It's
should.
live for me.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna send.
Do you have the right link?
I'm just gonna send him another link. See if it was just the link was freaking out.
Huh.
I should be.
But with that, the party is free to move on. Can I get, as the party heads onwards, and you are heading, on this map, roughly to the northeast, which is maybe that direction. Yeah, Alice is going the right direction. As you get further on, would y'all be so kind as to throw me one more perception check?
Oh boy.
Not my day.
I am blind as a bat.
Hey, you know what? Y'all are getting the bad rolls out of the way. It's fine. Alistair and Amara and Nephany, as y'all move onwards, Alistair, Amara, and Zalora are all going to hear the sounds of something large rustling in the bushes near you, in these giant reeds that populate this part of the forest.
The reeds that we're actually in, or northeast, southwest,
to the north, but all around you.
Okay.
I am going to. Is that okay? Cool. And I'm going to highlight something that Alistair can see. Again, I'm sorry, Alistair, Amara, and Zalora all see this.
Excuse you.
You should see off to Alistair's northwest. You see a large figure on a set of stilts. making its way through the brush.
I don't like whatever's on his back.
The
Looks-
fuck
What's
is that?
on his back is a cage
Yeah, I
Filled
don't
with like
that.
eggs?
filled with eggs. That is exactly correct. Alistair, you are all three of you are watching this figure as it moves up to what looks like a nest, and using one of its front stilts, you see part of the front open up into what looks like a claw, and it reaches down, picks up one of the eggs, and drops it into the cage on its back.
Is this frog actually here? Like, are those frog eggs, or is that just...
Those eggs are enormous.
Oh, okay.
Like, these eggs are the size of 2 fists stacked together.
I don't like it.
And then
I
how
will-
Very
big
rude.
is the creature approximately? Is he says large, right?
The creature is large with its stilts, but it is humanoid sized.
Okay, gotcha.
I will remind the party that when you first dropped in hither, you saw a gigantic crane fly off from the
That's
swamp.
True.
And I'm talking like 12 feet tall crane.
Do we... So there's a person over there gathering eggs.
Alistair, you hear more than one of them. You
Okay,
hear
there's
several.
people. There's people gathering eggs. Avoid them, or like see if they're friendly, or just get closer and get a closer look. What do you guys think?
I only see one, so avoiding them may be difficult if we don't know where the others are.
But they are big, so like maybe as we move, we can hear them and see them.
I mean, I could send them a message.
I really don't like the idea of telegraphing our presence to everything in this swamp.
Well, but we
one
could.
thing.
But I kind of like that. I think a mix between your two approaches. We do the message, but we say like, "Oh, hey, we see you from the north," and then when they go looking for who sent that telepathic message, they're gonna look to the north.
Or we
We're
just
to the
don't
south.
say where we see them, so we're not lying.
Personally, I don't think I like the idea of just jamming our thoughts into people's heads. I know that if I was that person and someone just telepathically communicated with me without my permission, I'd be kind of cranky.
Even if the
if
message was like, "Hey, let's be friends."
If anything, I say we should get a little bit closer and see what they're doing, and from a distance, and if we can get a little bit more information before we decide, at very least.
Yeah, maybe they're talking, and we can even hear them talking to each other. Yeah.
Personally, I think they're hunters of some sort.
Or
They
gatherers
look
if they're
like they're
taking
gathering
eggs.
eggs.
Yeah.
But they're not like...
We don't have to be right next to them to make that decision if we can make our decision from a little bit closer and figure out what they're doing.
Yeah.
We
I-
could still agree to your plan closer up, but I just
The
don't
closer
think...
up we get, the less likely it is that we can hide away from them, though.
JD, you said we can hear multiple of them. Are they talking, or are they too far away for
You
us? to
only hear them rustling.
Oh, I
you
see.
hear the sounds of their stilts squelching through the mud, and the
Gotcha.
sound of the reeds bending as they move. None of them have said a word. At least not that you've heard.
Yeah.
But then again, the swamp is relatively quiet here. There's the sound of frogs croaking and insects chirping, but you think that if they were to speak, you would hear it.
I feel like maybe, I don't know, I think getting closer is the right idea, and I'm optimistic that since they're not like stabbing or shooting or killing and they're just gathering, maybe that's a good sign, but I don't know.
I want to say, why do we care? But we did talk
Oh.
about gathering allies.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. Yeah.
I
we-
know.
Yeah.
I just don't like it because they look, honestly, a little scary.
Me. I mean, the facelessness is kind of creepy, but that's probably a mask.
Oh, I don't think we should be around right now. We could get caught up in this, and I hear the mother.
What?
They're
do you hear the
stealing
mother?
these eggs, and if we go near them, the mother is going to think that we are also stealing these eggs, and we are going to get caught up in something that I don't think we want to be caught up
Wait,
in.
they're placing eggs in nests.
No. They are taking the
They're
eggs out of the
taking them.
nest, right? Yeah, they're taking them. They're
And
putting them in their
They're
cage.
taking the eggs out, putting them into the cage on their backs,
Oh, okay.
and then moving on.
And
see.
I hear wings.
Do you hear wings?
I hear wings.
Amara heard wings.
Oh, okay.
And once again, more evidence we should be getting the hell out of Dodge.
That is what I think.
Maybe we either vote or we split up.
I do not think splitting. I think we're running out of time.
At this point, I think we just go. Like,
Go where?
I would just like to
forward.
leave.
Like,
Literally
wait,
anywhere else.
forget these guys. Let's go.
All right. I feel like we literally said we wanted to find people on the way to Downfall, and we found people. But okay, let's go.
But 12-foot birds are not in the itinerary.
Yeah, we don't have to deal with the bird.
Yes, we do. We do if we stay here any longer.
Is the party moving quickly or quietly?
I
'Cause
want
here's
to
a
say
note.
quietly.
The mud that you are in is difficult terrain for all of you.
Uh,
So this is going to become important very soon.
do
None
I?
of you can
we
move
heard-
more than 15 feet per move action.
All the
Okay.
sounds we heard were from the northwest, right?
That is very important.
You heard sounds to the northwest and the northeast.
Oh, okay, guys, we can't go.
They
we
are
have to go-
all around you.
So then I would say, guys, we have to go north, and they're all the way. They're all around to the north. I don't think we have a choice about running into them because we have to go north, and they're north.
If we,
So it's just a
where are
matter
the
of-
wings coming from?
Amara, you are hearing the wings to the dead east.
Okay,
Um,
so over here.
We go west.
No, dead east would be absolute east. Yeah.
Yeah, it's right. It's on
Oops.
this side.
Okay.
Go west.
So if there's like a bunch of them and the bird is like a common enemy, a bunch of us plus a bunch of them might be a match for the bird if we had to fight a bird.
Well,
But
here's the
But the
thing.
enemy of my enemy is not necessarily my friend. And again, we did get mugged within minutes of showing up here, so I'm not exactly too keen on trusting the first locals we see.
Also, for all we
Especially
know,
when they're-
these are farmers and they're not going to want us to kill their birds.
oh, like like they're just harvesting the eggs like the chickens or bees or whatever. Yeah. That's true.
Possibility.
Do we want to so what is the alternative other than we go north stealthy as opposed to going north and talking? Is that the options?
Yeah, we
I
could
think
try
so,
it.
Yeah.
Or we could bury ourselves in the muck and pray to God it all blows over.
I don't like that option.
Yeah.
Neither do I, but it's an option nonetheless.
Is this difficult terrain because of
Yeah.
the mud?
The thickness of the mud that you're traveling through, that is correct.
So you're saying I can't swim through it?
That is correct. This is not... This is way too thick to be swimming through.
So there's 5 of us. Why don't we vote between? Or I think the vote already. it seems like most people want to just stealth, right? That's what it seems like the vote is.
I don't know if we're going to be able to stealth with the sucking sounds of the muck.
Oh, okay.
I think we should
Yeah.
just go and see if they attack us.
Just get out of here.
There is no getting out of here. We have to go north, and they are.
Yes,
To the
let's
north.
just go where we need to go
Okay.
and see
Yeah,
if
let's
they...
go north. Okay.
Yeah, I don't think we have the time for stealth, so we may actually just want to go north.
The party just begins moving. As you make
no,
your
not
way through the swamp, you can control Nephany, right?
Yes.
Perfect. As the party makes their way, Alistair, you actually cross paths with another of these figures.
Oh. Hi. Hello.
The figure, it turns its head towards you, and then just keeps moving.
Okay. Cool. Maybe it didn't. I also try it in Sylvan, just out of curiosity. I say hi, hello, in Sylvan.
The figure, tilts its head, but does not stop moving.
Okay. Then yeah, I guess we just cross on through.
As you're heading out, I'm gonna ask for one last perception check.
Okay.
What if they get attacked? Are we going to let them get attacked by big old birdos?
I think
Yes.
we will come to that decision when it comes.
Yeah. Also,
What is with my
more common, and those would be, I would think, the 2 most common languages here. So I don't know.
Oh dear.
What if these are just drones or common...
I'm gonna say, Alistair, you got the impression it heard you and understood you. It just didn't care.
Oh, which one? Common, Sylvan, or both?
Common.
Okay. Cool. Guys, they don't understand me. They are smart enough to understand common, and the bird's coming. Thoughts?
Wait, how do you know the bird's coming?
Well,
Stop moving.
The Mara
fun
has
story
told-
about that, Alistair and Solora.
Amara has told us that the bird is coming.
Stop moving.
And now you can hear it.
The two of you, as you're walking through, Amara, you have stopped to help pull Nephany out of a sinkhole in the mud. Cedric, you, I think maybe you're still focused on this weird other presence in your soul that exists. And Gordon, there's mud in your boots.
Wait,
And it's never gonna get out.
Zalora
Yeah.
is preoccupied?
No. I'm sorry. Did I say Zalora?
Yeah.
No, you said. I heard him.
I thought I said Amara.
I heard
Oh.
Amara,
I heard
and yeah, I heard Amara.
But you heard I'm preoccupied with the other soul in me.
No, that was Cedric.
I thought-
Oh.
I'm sorry. I
You
meant for that to
definitely
be
said
Cedric.
Oh, okay.
You definitely said Cedric.
Okay.
Okay, cool. But Zalora and Alistair, the two of you are alert when you hear a horrendously loud cawing noise, as if a giant heron, one might say. And you see it, even through the thickness of the fog, you see it swoop down.
Dear.
And you see it land. Let's see if you can actually see this.
I think this
yes, you can.
I think this is an escort mission, and I think we have to protect these red people.
You see it swoop down onto this poor bastard right here, which was at its nest,
Oh dear.
and pin that person to the ground with its talons.
Oh.
You don't have to do anything, but this is something that you are aware of.
No, I'm aware of.
Yeah, and like they weren't hostile to us, so I think they're probably not hostile, and they're just getting attacked by a bird now.
What is the party going to do? That person has his face down in the mud and is probably drowning.
Well, first off, do y'all tell us what's happening? Because the rest of us didn't actually.
Yeah, I would say the bird's over there. Also, I look at the red people and I'm like, hey, your friend is being attacked by a bird over there.
They're running. They're,
they're running.
full on running away.
Oh, they're abandoning their friend. Oh,
Super
no.
duper abandoning their friend.
Oh, no.
On the one hand, they're definitely stealing and probably eating their babies, so whose fault is
What?
it really?
What?
This is literally how hunting works.
I was just saying, yeah, literally, when you hunt a deer and kill the deer, you're not like, you're not like, oh, I killed Bambi's mom. Like, no, you killed a deer so you could have dinner.
What I will say with both Amara and Alistair's passive insights, you get the impression that they're running because they know this is a fight they can't win.
Yeah. Not because, like, they want to give up their
Not
friend.
because they want their friend to die. They're not like, oh, thank God it took Steve. Steve's an asshole.
All right. I think we
riddance.
help. Guys, I think we help Steve.
I don't think we have a choice. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, of course we do, but still.
Yeah, I mean,
Can
we
I-
have a literal choice, but yes, we help Steve.
Oh, this is an awful idea.
I would like to activate all my monk stuff. I would like to rabbit hop, step of the wind. I want to get
like
some
we're
stuff over
starting
there.
initiative.
Yes.
So can I get initiative rolls from the party, please?
Oh my god!
Now
I
whose night
hate
isn't it?
Good. I
every.
got a good initiative. I'm going to get the
I'm
fuck over there.
caught.
You know what? I'll take it. This is the best I'm gonna get.
I'm
I
the
am
only one
saving
without
Steve,
it.
and that is his canonical name now, JD. You said it, and that's his name now. And so,
What is? Oh, Steve? Yeah, he's Steve. Alistair,
one.
to the surprise of no one, you are actually you and Zalora. This is really appropriate because the two of you actually heard the heron. The two of you were the first to act. Alistair, what are you doing?
okay, so let me see what my basic
Excuse me.
movement is first, and this is difficult terrain,
It
unfortunately.
is difficult terrain.
So my regular movement is 40. So that's going to be 20 here.
That is correct.
5, 10, 15, 20. Then I will... I will... How far am I away? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
just-
I will step to the wind, so I can
Okay.
bonus action dash. Therefore, I can now go another 20 feet.
Alistair, if you want to throw me an athletics check to make a jump, you might be able to ignore some of the difficult terrain.
It does say that my jump speed is doubled. Okay, cool.
Jump distance is doubled.
All right.
So I'm gonna say if
Oh,
you
my
can
athletics, she are no good.
I will say if you can get me a DC 10, I'll give you an extra 5 feet of movement. If you can
Okay.
give me a DC 15, I'll give you 10 more. DC 20, I'll give you your full movement.
Does a failure mean I can't move or anything like that?
No, it does
Okay.
not.
Oh no, it's backwards.
That's a failure, though. That's a 2?
Woof da!
Oh.
Woof da! Alistair, you go to make that jump. You feel one of the mud methods who wasn't as sleepy as the other just kind of reach up and just grab you a little bit. You can still bound through his body, which feels very bad.
He was very mad at you for beating him in that bobsled race.
Yeah, he was. He was. That's exactly it. But
So-
you do still get your 20 feet of movement.
20 feet gets me
stuff.
there. That's my bonus action. What is... Rabbit Hop is also a bonus action. Okay.
Always dash. That's an action.
I could, but I have some ranged things.
Ooh.
So I'm gonna throw.
Dalton. You're
Oh, I also
so
have
sassy
spells.
today.
I also have spells. No, because it would hit the guy, I think, from where I'm standing. Yeah. So I will just throw something at the crane to try to scare it away, and hopefully try to get it off of Steve, who's drowning, as you said.
Super duper suffocating in mud, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm going to which one do I have multiple of? Because I think I have multiple of one or the other. No, I only have one of each. Okay. So I'm going to throw my... Doesn't really matter. Throw my beer at it.
All right. You are close enough to not incur penalties for obscurity, so go ahead and give me that attack roll.
Oh, man. It's a whole 7.
That is a whole 7. It's not swerving, but like jerking around the fog as it attempts to like peck Steve to death with its enormous sword-like beak. And you can't quite predict its movements, and your spear sails over its head. However, when your spear sails over its head, its bird head jerks up and looks directly at you.
Right.
Alistair, is at the end of your turn.
That is all I can do.
Zalora.
Oh, sorry. I actually have an inspiration. Can I use it to re-roll that attack?
You have an inspiration?
Yeah.
From what?
The carnival.
No, that lasted until the next dawn.
Cool, it's gone.
already coming
I'll
off.
uncheck that. I don't have an inspiration.
I am sorry. Zalora, I will remind the party that because of the thickness of the fog, unless you are within 20 feet of the crane, you are at disadvantage on attack rolls against it because of the obscurity from the fog.
A lot of feet.
It's a lot of feet. It's a big map. I like my big maps. I will remind you, though, that not necessarily killing the crane... killing the crane might not be your objective here.
Okay.
Scare it off or save Steve.
Okay. So, Zalora, what are we looking at?
Okay. Alright. I'm going to attempt to do a Chaos Bolt.
Ooh.
Let's see. Oh, my disadvantage is not the best.
Can you get
That is very true.
closer?
I can't because it's...
Yeah, not with the difficult terrain. That's a problem.
Yeah,
I'd say
that's
as if I
not...
didn't put it there.
Oh, I didn't even see you move. Okay, my bad.
I did. It's not gonna hit.
You don't know that. You haven't even rolled it yet.
Yeah, I did.
You did?
I did. I didn't show up. It's weird.
Yeah, it was a 9 with disadvantage with a 9, so it's a 9.
Ah,
Yeah,
gotcha.
So, Yeah.
Unfortunately, no, a 9 does not hit. As your Chaos Bolt streaks out towards it, it flares its wings out, and it creates this flurry of wind that throws your aim off. What element was your Chaos Bolt?
Let's see. I think
Because it missed, I'll let you pick whichever one you want,
we'll
just
do
for flavor text.
thunder. Why not?
Thunder. Its wings create such a buffet of air that even the sound of your chaos wave is halted. So Laura, do you have a bonus action, or is that the end of your
No,
turn?
that's it. I'll be right back.
Gordon, it's gonna be you.
Alright, first things first. 5, 10, 15. Alright, so stick with me on this. What if I were to take a handful of my crossbow bolts and pour one of my oil flasks over them?
Interesting, Gordon. What is the goal here?
I am going to be using my prestidigitation to use a spark to light them up, and then fire it at the thing's head and pray to God that it scares it away with fire.
Okay.
You cast a spell and attack at the same time, though?
That will be 2 turns
I
of action.
can't. I'll have to load
okay.
it, and then I'll...
Okay.
But I will let you, as 1 turn, spray them with oil as your interaction, and then launch one of them as an attack.
Okay. I'll go ahead and get rid of an oil flask then.
I will also let you do one of 2 things. You can either aim at the heron itself, or you can aim at one of the plants around it. The plants being easier to hit than the heron.
Let's go with the plants.
Lovely. Then go ahead, Mr. Gordon, and give me an attack roll at an AC of 10.
Alrighty.
Because of where you are, you can either aim at this plant and not have disadvantage, but be near Alistair, or you can aim at the plant behind the heron at disadvantage. Your
Guys,
choice.
announcement, me and Zalora didn't miss. We were also aiming at the plant.
What?
I was joking. I was flavoring our misses as they were hits because we were actually
you were hitting the
aiming at the herons.
plants. Fantastic. So Gordon, you're... Oh, Jesus Christ.
I'm a gambling man.
You didn't tell me which one you were aiming at, which you should have done beforehand, but I'm gonna
I'm
assume
sorry,
it was at
I
the
thought
plant
I
behind the
pinged-
heron.
He said
I
plant.
thought I pinged the back. I'm sorry.
Okay, cool.
Oh, dear.
Just make sure that I hear you say that, because there's a lot of people talking at
okay.
once. Hey, a 21 is still gonna 100% do it. You see your bolt stick in the center of those reeds, and the heron, as it passes between the heron's legs, and there's enough oil on there to spark a little bit of a fire. Gordon, is that the end of your turn?
That is my movement. Do I still have a bonus action or no?
You still have a bonus action.
Cedric, light him up. Bardic Inspiration.
We have a Bardic Inspiration going to Cedric. Fantastic. We are going to move next to the heron itself. It has been attacked several times, and it doesn't care for this shit. It is going to flap its wings and strike out at the creature nearest to it. That is going to be Alistair. Alistair.
If it's attacking me, does Steve get a reprieve?
No, because it's still grappling Steve.
I see.
Functionally.
Gotcha.
Did it roll that? It did roll that. Fantastic. I'm gonna guess that's not gonna hit. Alistair, your AC is 16, if I recall correctly?
Yes.
Nope, super misses. Alistair, its beak slams down into the ground, and you jump back a little bit as its beak slams between your legs in the mud, and it pops its beak out and shakes the mud off and screeches in your face. Amara, that is your turn.
It is. So Amara's gonna run up and go, wait.
So, I hate to interrupt, but remember how at the start of this I was like, you know that restaurant that I said I hadn't tried in a couple months
Do you
because
think they glue? Oh no.
Did they do it again?
yeah, I just started throwing up, so I'm gonna cut out. I don't
Jess, I'm
think
so
I'm about to
Oh
have a
sorry.
my
good time.
god.
Yeah, I'm never going there again.
They promised you. They're like, we are gonna make sure it's so good for you. And that's so.
Yeah, I'm about to not have a good night, so sorry guys. I'm gonna
Yikes,
cut
I'm
out.
sorry, hon.
Hit him with the
feel
one
better.
stone.
Go take care of
Nuke
yourself,
them.
Jess.
Yeah, thanks. Bye guys.